All right, here we are. Okay, today, oh my gosh, you guys, we are going to talk about becoming a magnet. Yeah, because that's what we want to do. And sometimes we feel like, well, we're trying to become a magnet and do all of these magnety amazing things, which are super cool, by the way, right? Uh, that sometimes our brain feels like super scrambled, like this, or I just can't even handle it. Or like our target audience may sometimes have a magneto helmet on and they're like, nope, I am not being subject to your magnet right now, right? All right. And I'm going to go ahead and review episode number 7, which is one that kind of came about as like a pretty big accident and ended up being still one of our very top episodes right from the very beginning. It's had tons of downloads and it's just continued to be a piece that has attracted people in, because hey, we're talking about the magnetic law of attraction, right? Yeah. All right, so I just can't even take myself seriously with these things. Okay, so here is, let me find my screen share. I'm going to share this and we are going to, all right, let me change my layout here. Okay, here we go. This is the infographic for today. So whoever wants this infographic, comment below. Oh my gosh, you guys, we are so close. The bot that's going to drop all of this in and the place where you can go grab all of this, all of it for free, not even requiring that you opt into everything, because I really just want to share all of these awesome resources. And this one is way fun on how to become a magnet, right? So what I want to share, I'm going to go ahead and share my other screen here. Let's grab this and see, I'm starting to get this tech stuff figured out, right? A little bit, just a little. Okay, which screen am I sharing here? Let me find it now. All right, here we go. Whoop, whoop. Okay. This is the blog post here, which if you want to go read this on your own, go check out thevirtualjen.com and head to our blog. This is episode number 7, so it's going to be pretty far back. And all right. Hey, I am going to make sure, Raduca, am I saying that correctly? I think I am. Remember you from the event. I'm going to make sure that you grab that. So I will send it off to you here after we get done with the live. But thanks for hopping on. So this episode here, what we are doing is, okay, so here's how this episode even came about. This is back when I was like, I'm going to have a blog, right? I'm going to have a podcast. And really, I knew that I wanted the podcast to be able to consistently create content that I was going to use for a content repurposing system. So that's why I have more graphics and blogs and things like that are being created, and why we haven't really been promoting the podcast. That's why we are now doing a big relaunch of the podcast for episode 100. And that's why this whole countdown. So going back and reviewing some of these episodes. This entire episode came about because one of my friends at Funnel Hacking Live 2 years ago referred to me as like, oh, you're just a magnet. And I'm like, no, I'm not. It doesn't even work, right? and he's like, no, you really are a magnet. Here we go. See, it's proof, right? I totally am a magnet. But what I realized was that there are principles, and it comes back to the magnetic law of attraction. And so I was like, okay, so here's what I did. Great. I was like inspired by an idea and said, hey, I'm going to do an episode all about using magnetism in your business. And so I jumped in and I was like, I'm just going to go record. So I hopped in front of the camera and I started talking. And I knew that I was going to tell some stories. I knew, let me share my screen again. Okay. I knew that I wanted to, talk about some of the people that I had been inspired by. So if I scroll down here, I'm just getting to the part where I had kind of talked about some of this. So I actually had a story right in here, on how I very first became introduced to becoming a magnet, right? I sort of got duped into, thank you, Jay Facette, into attending an event. And I was like, what the heck is going on, right? So I knew that I wanted to tell that story and share it. Then I also knew that I wanted to share my experience from Funnel Hacking Live, where my friend had made me aware that I was a magnet. And instead, like, I was like, okay, this is just how I feel all the time, right? Like, I don't even realize that anything different is happening. But what was really happening is there is actually a law of magnetic principles, like law of attraction, things that were happening. So I kind of did a little bit of research, and then I just hopped in front of the camera and started talking, right? Not necessarily the best method of preparation, because you know how sometimes you start to have a conversation and you end up just kind of like talking in circles, right? That's what ended up sort of happening in this episode. So if I actually come even in here, this is on mute. So this is a 17-minute episode. Oh, wow. Look at how awesome. This is when I was filming everything back in our shop, and my hair was a completely different color purple. Pretty awesome, right? So I'm just going to skip forward here so you don't have to watch the whole intro. But I just kind of kept talking, and, I told some really awesome stories, but I feel like I never quite landed 100% on the value that I really wanted to help kind of portray, because I hadn't really done enough prep work. So here is one of the examples of how this content can be updated. So even back then, when I published this episode, the only thing that I published here on our blog was this story that I had written, and then a copy of the video right here. And then I just put in literally a transcript, like just the rev.com transcript that went straight onto the website. So just because of that, and because I had hit some keywords, we started attracting quite a bit of traffic from this episode. I also realized that this is one that was really actually grabbing attention, right? People were not doing the I need a blocker, right? They're actually coming into us and being grabbed by the magnet. So these are just so much fun. I think I have to leave them on. I love how they like follow you around. It's kind of fun. It's like Princess Leia magnet ears, sort of. All right. So anyway, so what I did is, because this is one that I knew we wanted to put some more effort into, I went behind the scenes and okay, I have to take these off because they're totally distracting me. I went behind the scenes and I said, all right, if I'm really actually going to talk about, like, what does the law of attraction do and why is it working? Well, it's working because I was telling stories. And so this gave me a chance to go back and say, like, dissect this episode and really say, okay, what was it about people coming through here that they were inspired by to watch, and really started diving into the principles. And what I found is there's actually quite a bit of work and other research and things like that have been done on using storytelling to create attraction in your business. And what it really comes down to is, online storytelling and branding, really getting to that authenticness, finding your authentic self through telling stories, connecting to people authentically because you're sharing raw emotion. And so I wanted to make sure that I was still sharing my story of, like, directly from my heart, but I also wanted to kind of bolster this a little bit with some additional information. So if you go listen to the episode itself, which is in the blog here, you can go watch me ramble on about how how I basically just kind of told a bunch of stories, which is really awesome. Then you can actually read about how this pulls across, because what I did not do in the episode was to actually bridge that content through so that it was actually making sense of like why the law of attraction works and how that helps your branding, how that helps your marketing, how that helps create authenticity in your marketing. And so we went back and rewrote a blog about this information. And again, here what we did is we kind of reverse engineered, and I said, what are keywords that that I know that people are looking for? So laser focused on those. Ooh, that one's pretty cool, right? So laser focused in on what are the terms that that really people are kind of searching for, and how does that relate to what it was that I was sharing on the episode. So we have updated this with some more information, and then it allows me to kind of add in some other, fun graphics and some things like that that really started to kind of help illustrate the point. And I think what it's done is actually bolstered this and made it an even stronger episode. So I've already repurposed this once, and now I'm here repurposing it again because I am using the crazy magnets and attracting you guys right here on this episode, right? All right. So anybody who is commenting below, we're going to include you in the contest, and I'm going to share this infographic over to you. So let me go ahead and stop my share here. Okay, so here is the deal. I gave you guys a sneak preview yesterday. I'll give you one more sneak preview today. It's pretty awesome. Honestly, I'm super in love with this. Let me open it up here. Okay, so we are still working on some final edits. So this is almost ready, but as of tomorrow, when I go live, fingers crossed that all this stuff happens, is everything's going to be ready for you guys to go ahead and get engaged in the contest. For those of you who have already commented, I'm going to make sure that you get extra points, and you are going to have a chance to be able to go ahead and download this ebook. This is turned into a monster, and it is beautiful. It is a 56-page ebook. Let me grab my window here. Yep. Okay. And so what we have is highlights of all of our top 10 episodes. And for each one, you get the entire story that I've shared, which they're just a lot of fun to read, right? And all of our infographics, and then a link to the blog and a link to the YouTube episode, so you don't have to miss out on any of that. And just look at how amazing, what an awesome gift. I am so excited. And Carol on my team here has done such an amazing job getting all of this put together. We have the opt-in pages and everything, just where you can grab this, are all being finished up. We have some really cool, fun tech things, but I want to make sure that you're still getting all the goodies, right? Even if our systems aren't 100% ready. That's okay. All right, because it is all about getting out there and not being confused like this. It's all about actually creating that magnet principle and finding people and attracting them into you. All right, so that is that's my review of episode number 7, right? Pretty awesome. I love how we have gone back and applied some of the principles that we knew. It's like we went, oh, hey, what's going on with this content? Yeah, that's kind of working. Now how do I make better use of that? Well, let's go put it over here, right? I just had to have a little bit of fun with that. Okay, so so comment below if you want the infographic, and as of tomorrow, you will be able to go straight to the virtual gen and grab the infographic for free and get an opportunity to go grab this gorgeous ebook that I just shared with you. And we've got some other fun things that are being in store here, all counting down towards our episode 100 and highlighting these top episodes. So if you want any other tips or suggestions or anything on how you can utilize this same principle for your business, stay tuned, because we've got some fun other informational things that are coming your way for you to be able to really step up and become that magnet. Where'd my magnet go? Here it is. That is going to be attracting your ideal audience straight into your site, because that's ultimately how you are going to be able to help more people. We all know this. We just want to get more people attracted into us. And that comes from looking and behaving like a magnet and telling stories and engaging. So I was able to get through all of that information. All right. Thank you guys. I will be live again tomorrow with all of the systems and everything in place. It's going to be epic. I'm super excited about it. And, until then, make sure that you keep track of everything that's going on. You keep laser focused, and you're bringing people straight in, right? That's what it takes. Okay, now I'm just rambling, so I'm going to stop talking, and we'll take the magnets off. I will quit being a superhero. And let me know if you want that infographic. And I can't wait to see how you guys do in this contest, because we've got some awesome fun prizes that are coming out. And I want everybody to be able to get their hands on this amazing ebook. So super excited. Thanks so much. We will see you guys tomorrow.